guys, it's Kara and welcome back to another of my videos. So, it is Friday, October 9th, I believe. Let me look. Yes, October 9th. And I got my new phone about almost 2 weeks ago, and I'm so happy with it. I love it so much, but I can't show you guys because I'm actually filming on it, because the phone that I was going to film on, my brother, this is just like my last video that I did, the what's in my purse. Thought this camera was going to be a lot better, but it still gets dark, like my mom's phone that I used to film my what's in my purse video on. So I had to turn the exposure up a little bit, so hopefully it's not too bright for you guys. I know there's a glare again. I'm so sorry. This is the only spot I get very good lighting in, or decent lighting in, that's not so dark. So I'm so sorry for that. Just try to ignore that. It bugs me too, but it's the only place that you can see me at. So yeah, and if I do this, it's like way too close. So yeah, sorry, but hopefully you guys can try to ignore that and move on from that, and hopefully you guys, again, like I said in my last video, can understand this is the only thing I have to film on. I have my old LG phone that I used to have, but it doesn't have a front camera, and I like to watch myself film just so I know what I'm doing and if it's in focus and if I'm showing like the specific objects in the camera. So that's why I'm not filming on this one right now, and plus the camera just really isn't as good as this one. It's not any better, so hopefully I can get a camera maybe for the Christmas. I'm not for sure, but hopefully you guys can deal with this for a little bit. But I will try to do I'll probably film on this to do what's on my Galaxy. If you guys want to see that, then just like this video or something, but I'll probably film on this one to do that video because it's the only other thing I have. And yeah, so yeah, I am wore out from school this week. It's been hectic and stressful, and I've not had a good week. Unfortunately, this video is going to be something a little bit different. It's not going to be a Q&A or a haul or what's in my purse or whatever. I just flipped my hair, okay. It's actually going to be one of these videos that I probably will get emotional in, just because it's one of pretty much like a personal, serious video, for me anyway. And I'm gonna try not to cry because I don't want to, because that's not what I want to show you guys. But this is going to be on how to get over a breakup or something like that, because I did unfortunately get out of a relationship Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. My boyfriend of almost 2 months did break up with me, just for some specific reasons, not just to break up with me. There was a couple reasons why, but I'm not going to share that just because that is personal and it's a long story and just really my business. But it was more of a serious fight and thing. This is actually the second time he's broken up with me this year. The last time it was over the summer, and then now it's over the fall. So yeah, I am taking it a little bit harder than when I used to. What I did take it the last time we broke up, and my other relationships that have ended. Now this guy that I have been in a relationship with off and on this year, we've actually known each other since we were little kids. We used to live down the same street, and yeah, we went out in like 6th or 7th grade, and then we went out for about 2 to 3 years last year, or like the end of last year, before summer break. We went out for about 2 or 3 years and then broke up because, again, some personal issues. He didn't really long story short, I'm not going to give too much just because I don't know if he watches my videos. I don't know if he would want me guys to tell you. He just really didn't know who he was, like, physically and emotionally and mentally, and what he wanted, really. So he just tried to figure that out. And this time, it was just more of a serious thing. I'm not going to get into it. Like I said, it's just a long story and a lot of different things. But long story short, I am taking it a little bit tougher than what I used to and usual, just because I was so in love with him and the things he said when we broke up, because he broke up with me over text, which is probably one of the hardest ways to break up with someone, in my opinion. But he did. You guys would probably be like, oh my god, he's such a douchebag. But really, he was actually a really sweet boyfriend. He was so good to me in a way. Like, yes, he could get annoying. Yes, he could have he did make me mad occasionally. But he does sort of know how to treat a girl, and yeah, I am taking it a little bit tougher just because I was so in love with him, and I guess he didn't believe that, just because of the things he said to me when we were fighting and over text and stuff. But yeah, after he did break up with me, I did think it was my fault. I pretty much cried for about 3 hours, like, the hardest I've cried probably in my life. Like, my heart was beating fast, I was shaking, like, the sobbing cry, I'm not gonna, like, I don't know how to, like, do it, but, you know, like, the sobbing cry is pretty much like that. I don't know, it was really hard, and it still is hard because we are in the same grade. We do have classes together. He's trying everything in his power to avoid me, which really you shouldn't do just because it is a douche move. And I am friends. This might sound a little weird, but it's really not. I'm friends with all of my ex-boyfriends. Really, I've only had like two real ones since I've been in school. So, yeah, I'm friends with all my ex-boyfriends except for him, just because he's trying everything in his power to avoid me. And really, you shouldn't do that to a girl or a woman, just even though you might hate her or it was a huge fight and whatever. He's done this before, and he has texted me, but he hasn't texted me since we broke up, so I don't know if he will ever text me. I don't know if we'll ever get back together. I don't really know, but all I know is it's really tough right now, and I really wasn't planning on filming a video today, but I decided to, just because maybe some of you guys are going through some breakups and you're having a rough time moving on and dealing with it, so I wanted to share some of my tips and basically how to get over a breakup, especially one that a person that you're so attached to, whether it's a girlfriend or boyfriend, and that you love very much, and maybe they didn't believe it, or you broke up with them or they broke up with you. Either way, I just want to help you guys out because maybe you guys are going through the same things, like I said, and it's still really tough, but I have great friends that are helping me through it. So I really appreciate that. If you, yeah, they're just amazing. I have great friends that are helping me through it, and it's gonna take time because it was such a strong, lovable relationship, I guess you can say. And I don't know if he's ever gonna talk to me. I don't know if he's ever gonna text me again. I don't know if we're ever gonna get back together. I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but I don't know. We'll just have to see. And to be honest, I could really care less if we get back together. I know that sounds really, really bad, but just the way that he broke up with me and said things and pretty much presented himself really doesn't make me attracted to him anymore. And he's not that type of guy that just, you know, dates a girl just to have a girlfriend. He actually wants true love and kids and have a family and stuff. And the sad part is we were planning that whole stuff. Even though I'm only 14, I'm only in 9th grade, we were still planning that stuff. And it's really upsetting to know that when you're planning your future together, even if you are so young, 13, 14, 15, that it's not going to work out. And yeah, it's just really tough. And I know this is a long intro, but I just want to share like my short story of what really happened and what I'm feeling, just in case you guys are feeling that way as well. But yeah, just the way, like I said, he's not that guy that just dates a girl to date a girl. He can be that mean person though to other people, and in my opinion, I don't want a boyfriend that judges other people, because I'm not that type of person. I don't like to judge people. I try not to judge people, and if and when I do, I feel bad about it. And he was kind of that judgmental person, because of the kids that go to my school that are in our grade. They're judgmental towards him and mean to him. So he was judgmental back, which you shouldn't do. And I told him that. I'm like, just let it slide. Don't let people F with your life. It's your life. Do what you want. Don't worry about what other people think, and think about you. And he just didn't really get that through his mind, which is not a bad thing. It does take time, and he does suffer with depression and suicidal thoughts and all that, so it is really tough for him. And really said I didn't understand what he was going through and stuff, and it kind of made me upset, because I've been there. I have depression, I have anxiety, I've had suicidal thoughts, and still do sometimes. So yeah, it's just really tough for me right now, and hope you guys can understand. And if you guys have any support or lovable comments, just leave them down below. And thank you guys to, I can't remember their names exactly, but these 2 girls sent me these messages saying that they loved my videos and that they loved my eyes. Thank you guys thank you girls to both of you who said that and were so nice and sweet. I really, really do appreciate it, so thank you so much. And yeah, if y'all just have any support, just please leave them down below, because I could really use them right now. And yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and get into this video. I know that was kind of long, but whatever. I don't want to make this video too long, so I do have an app on my Kindle that I'm using, just because I didn't really want to type everything out, and all my tips are basically in this app, so I kind of looked it over before I started. So yeah, I feel like I'm too far away. Probably not, but anyway. Yeah, so we're gonna get started. It's like a breakup guide is what it says. This is what it all looks like. Yeah, it has different like genres, I guess you could say. There's why this app, get X back, marriage tips, deal with breakup, breakup quotes, love you quotes, tips for girls, tips for guys, X back guide, notification board, hot game, and about us, and all that stuff. So yeah. We're going to do this deal with breakup, because that's the first one I did. So the first one is advice on a boyfriend breakup. So all you girls out there that your boyfriends or whatever you want to call them have broken up with you recently or in the past, and you're still have feelings for them and you're finding a hard time to move on, these are just some tips that you can use and that I've tried to use to get over this one. Okay. So first of all, you need to decide whether the relationship is truly over, just so you're not confused. And by this, until you are able to say that he is part of your past and not your present and future, you will not be able to move on. And that is really true, because if you keep saying, oh no, we're going to get back together, he's still going to be my future, he's still going to be my husband, he's still a part of me, he's still a part of my future, you're never going to move on, because you have that reminder and thought of him that you're going to get married to him, even though y'all are broken up and you're taking this short break, or whatever. You're not going to be able to move on by doing those things or saying those things or thinking those things. You have to actually say, oh, well, really don't think it's going to work out right now. If it does, it will happen in the future, but for right now, I need to move on, find someone else that actually cares about me, that wants my love, that accepts me for me, and if it works out with you in the future, then go ahead. But right now, you need to focus on moving on and finding someone else that cares just as much as they did for you. This is not to say that you have to put him in the past right away. There are a number of steps you can take to get him back. You can stay part of his life in a casual way, hoping to become boyfriend and girlfriend again. But if you're ready to move on, there are a number of ways of steps you can take to reach closure. Closure is the process where you recognize that the relationship is over and you start to heal. Now this is basically what I am thinking and feeling. I think this is closure time for us. I really don't think we're going to get back together in the future, just because this is like maybe the second, third fight we've had, and more of a serious one. I really don't think we're going to anytime soon. So, closure is a process. It does take time. It does hurt sometimes, but you have to reach closure to move on and to accept that there's not really anything that's going to go on between you guys anymore. And it is hard to think about that, but it happens. Perhaps the first thing you should do is communicate your hurt. There are several ways to do this. Talk to friends and family who are truly empathetic and can help you work through your feelings. A true friend will do this, but many of your so-called friends won't be up to the challenge. And this is true. I've talked to one of my very, very, very good friends. My best friend is actually in 10th grade. She's a grade ahead of me, and I love her so, so much. She's amazing. She helps me through so much. I actually met her 7th grade, I'm pretty sure. So we've been friends about 2 years, and she's amazing. She's my best friend. I love her so much, and I don't think she watches my videos, but if you do, I love you. But your true friends will ask you what's wrong. They will help you through it. They will give you advice. Your so-called friends will not. They'll just say, oh, I'm sorry, and then move on to a next topic. Your true friends will actually sit down with you or text you these long paragraphs, which I've had happen, and just give you advice and make you feel better. And that's what true friends do, and I'm so grateful and honored to have those true friends that do that for me. So you definitely need to talk to friends or family or someone that you trust, maybe a counselor, and just help or let them help you through it, because it is hard to get through stuff on your own, and sometimes you do need that support and that guidance that you need to move on from, whether it's a death or a breakup or a divorce or whatever, to help you get through it, and that's not always a bad thing. So definitely think of that. Go into short-term therapy so you can work through your feelings with a compassionate third party. I've never gone to short-term therapy for a breakup just because I'm young. Like people say, you still don't know what true love is till you get married, but I really don't believe that. I believe if two people truly love each other and they treat each other like people are supposed to love each other, then that's true love. And I feel like me and my ex-boyfriend had that, and obviously I guess he didn't, but that's okay. I mean, people believe different things, and so yeah, definitely you can go to therapy for it. Again, I've never been, so I don't know exactly how it works, but you guys can look it up or research it or whatever. I'm sure it's all on the internet, so definitely consider that as well. If your friends or family aren't helping you in the way you need, definitely consider therapy. Write down your feelings in a journal, and poetry, or music. This is an inexpensive way to express yourself and don't require anyone else to participate. This is actually a really, really, really good one. I've actually, since we've broken up, I always write quotes. I love writing quotes. I love reading quotes. I just love quotes in general. And actually, when I look at a good one and save it to my phone, I actually write it down in my journal, which is actually right here. I got this in like my book fair in like 6th or 7th grade, and it's just a Taylor Swift journal. And I write all my quotes in here that I'm feeling that day, that I just feel that day, like I said, and that I really like. And yeah, I'm actually on quote number 54 or 55, but this is 54. I'm starting on 55. I love quotes, like I said, and that's a good way. You don't even have to write quotes down, but it just makes me feel better. You can just write down what happened that day, or just, your feelings, what you're feeling. But I definitely love to write quotes about what I'm feeling, just because, for one, it's a faster way, and I don't know, it just makes me feel better. So yeah, definitely consider that as well. Once you have come to some level of closure, get rid of anything you have of your exes. These things will only remind you of him and the boyfriend breakup. Some things you'll want to give back because they have value. Other things you can just toss. And if he's given you gifts that you want to keep, box them up and store them for the time being. And actually, I've never really heard of this one. I've never even thought about it, but I can see why it's an important one, because if he's gave you a gift like a ring, a stuffed animal, and you sleep with it every night or whatever, it will make you think of him, and it won't really help you move on any faster. So I understand this one a lot. And my ex-boyfriend now actually did give me a gift. We went to a dance. It was last year, I'm pretty sure, and he gave me he gave me a stuffed animal. It's actually right here. It looks like this, and then it says kisses on it, and then it came with like candy and stuff. But I used to sleep with this every night. I really don't know if I can anymore, just because it will make me think of him and our conversations and all that stuff. And I really don't really have respect for him anymore. And you guys would understand that if I go more into detail of why we broke up, but I'm not going to, just because, like I said, it's kind of personal, and it doesn't really matter. But I don't think I could sleep with this for... Okay, let me rephrase that. I do respect him in a way. Part of me does and part of me doesn't. Like I said, just because of what he did and what he said while we were breaking up, like, I really wouldn't mind being friends, but being friends does come with a cost. It does have problems, or it does cause problems. It's not always a good thing, and I know that because one of my other ex-boyfriends I'm friends with did cause a lot of problems for me and my now ex-boyfriend. And so yeah, it does cause a lot of problems if you do become friends with your ex-boyfriends. But this one I feel like really wouldn't be a problem, just because he's not that type that tries to break people up and tries to whatever. Not saying that my other ex was like that, but it's just kind of seemed that way because of the things he did. But anyway, yeah, but definitely try to box this up or give it back to him or whatever, and that will just help you a lot more as well. Next, figure out how you're going to spend your time now that you're not part of a couple. You may feel that time hangs heavy on your hands, or you may find that you're liberated by not having to do everything your ex wanted you to do. This one is pretty self-explanatory. Just figure out how you're going to spend your time now that you don't have a boyfriend or girlfriend to spend time with. Go with your friends. Go somewhere to get your mind off of that person. And trust me, it helps. Like, if you go with one of your best friends that helps you through so much, it will help, I promise. And it's a really, really great thing to do. Get involved in things that make you happy. Go to the gym so that you look and feel good. Spend some time getting pampered at the spa, take a Spanish class at the community center, or start to volunteer with the Big Sisters of America. By doing things that please you, you will become a happier person. You will find that you miss your ex a lot less. And this is so true. This is such a long video and I'm so sorry. But, by doing things that make you happy, whether it's going to school and hanging with your friends, going to your favorite class, laughing, whatever, you will find that you miss him a lot less. And I've noticed this today. Like, I laughed more than I did yesterday. I was pretty much upset the whole day yesterday. But today I was happier than I was, and I did stuff that made me happy, not really think about him, even though he was in pretty much most of my classes, like 2-3 of my classes. And just try to laugh it off and have a good time with my friends and not really think about him or look at him or worry about him or anything. So it does, like I said, it does take time, and it helps a lot when you do things that make you happy and not think about him. It really helps. One of the ways you will know that you are over your ex is that you will start to develop feelings for a new guy. Maybe these will be reciprocated. Eventually, you will find a new man and form a new relationship. That will be when you know you have really moved on. The boyfriend breakup won't be so serious anymore. And this one, like I said, I've known for a while. I'm not that blonde. Like, I'm 14, almost 15. But yeah, definitely when you get feelings for a new guy, it definitely shows that you moved on from your other ex. Pretty much self-explanatory why. And you just have to think, like, there's always going to be, you're going to find someone. It might not be him, it might not look like him, it might not act like him, but you will find someone that will treat you right, that will love you for you, that will not be a douchebag to other people, that will be nice. Not saying he was a douchebag to everyone. Not saying that. Not saying he was a douchebag to people, but sometimes he was, but only when they were mean to him. Actually, no, that's not true. Anyway, you're going to find someone, like I said, that loves you and so much better than your ex and so much better than he treated you. And it will take time. It could take a month, it could take 3 months, it could take a year, it could take 2 years, it could take a week. It doesn't matter. I'm really not planning on getting into another relationship anytime soon, just because this is a hard breakup for me to get over, and I really don't want to go through it again. I'm not saying I'm giving up on love forever, just for right now, for a couple months maybe, just because I really, to be honest, don't really have time for it. I don't know. Pretty much, I wasted my time on someone that I thought was going to last for a while. And you know, you never know when you are so in love. Love, like people will say, blind you and to thinking that it's going to last for a while or forever, and it really doesn't. So you just really have to be aware that sometimes love or your relationships does not last forever, and even if it does seem like it, things can go between it, things can, you know, change it, and it's not always a bad thing. I mean, sometimes you guys just need space, maybe it's not the right time, and I mean, it could always happen again in the future. You never know. So that was the last of what that says. I'm going to go ahead and end the video because it's already almost 30 minutes. And I'm so sorry. But if you guys want more of these kinds of videos, then let me know. And I'll do the next kind of chapter, I guess you could say. So yeah, I guess that's it. I'm like so out of it in this video. I'm so sorry. Glad I did not get emotional. But yeah, like I said, it does take time to move on from someone, and especially, like I said, when you're so in love with them and just so involved in that relationship, and you had so many memories with him, and I think I already said this, but like it lasted forever and all that stuff. It's really hard to get over it, but you just have to. It does take time, like I said, and you always have your family and friends to help you get through it, and it's gonna hurt. It will. This is not my first time I've actually been hurt, but It will hurt for a couple of maybe weeks, months, who knows. But you will get through it. You will move on. You will be that strong person that I know you guys can be if you are going through a hard breakup. And I know you guys can do it. If you guys need any help, feel free to contact me on Instagram or Twitter. I usually leave my Instagram down below, not really my Twitter, but if you guys do want to contact me, definitely DM me on Instagram. It's always listed down below, or try to be always. But if it's not, it's just All That Glitters 71. So yeah, feel free to contact me if you guys are having any trouble. If you're going through something that's really tough and you just need someone to talk to, definitely feel free to talk to me. I would not mind at all. I love helping people, and you don't have to be scared or shy. Like, I love helping people, and it'd just be really nice and fun. So feel free to DM me or anything like that if you guys need any help, and I'll feel free to help you guys. But that's going to be it for this video. I'm so sorry it was so long, and again, I'm so sorry it's bad focus and there's a bad, whatever it's called on my glasses. Yeah, sorry for that, but I hope you guys can understand. Hope you guys still enjoyed this video. Again, thank you guys so much for all the support and likes and follows on Instagram. I really appreciate it. I love you guys so much. Stay strong, beautifuls. Promise you can get through anything, and I love you guys so much, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye, guys.